That's right. If we can't do it, it can't be done. Welcome back to another session of banter with Baker. This will be maybe the second last one that I am solo. I'm not going to stop doing the solo thing. I do want to respond to. I got a ton of questions on Instagram and uh, on YouTube, which is great. Um, First of all, I do want to say I do not I'm not trying to I'm not trying to light anybody up. I haven't started this podcast in this format so that I can roast the people that I dislike. Like, this isn't some personal vendetta to reach out and smack around. Um, I won't even mention there's names. There's like 5 or 6 of them, right? I am, however, going to do my favorite top 10 influencers. My thoughts, not yours. And I'm going to do my top worst, like the worst ones that I think uh, are doing the trade a disservice by their being present on Instagram or wherever the case may be. So that'll be fun. That'll come out next week. I'm going to spend a little time on the weekend and put together uh, my two lists. Um, I did get a lot of feedback on the Milwaukee pipeline, and of course the numbers. Nobody can believe the numbers, so let's try and do this systematically. So first off, um, as usual, when I say that you should not, if the second you take money on this thing, that your opinion becomes null and void. Which, in any other realm, that's exactly what happens. That's exactly how you think, and just because uh, you know, it's a bit of a shades of gray here on Instagram, and it's uh, seems to be labeled as a viable source of income. I'm not saying that it's not. My entire contention is this: is it's a slippery slope. When you make your first, whatever, we'll call it $1,500 off of your off a Instagram post, you're like, that was fantastic and easy as punch. And you become, okay, how do I repeat that? And that's where the problem lies, is how do you repeat that? How do you continue to generate that revenue? Um, and then it becomes an obsession. And I know people, and they have publicly declared it on social media, that some of them spend anywhere between 4 and 5 hours per day editing, thinking about preparing and posting their content. That to me is insane. I mean, I'm worth between $500 and $700 an hour. That's what Baker Plumbing generates at minimum. We're doing a couple of these big boiler jobs. Saskatchewan's being a bit of a pain in the ass at the moment. I got to make a phone call today and set some people straight. But when we do those jobs, we bill out $250,000 in a week with 2 people. I don't. You can welcome. I won't do the math on that, but I'm gonna do the math on that. Here, let's pull it out. Let's book out my calculator. And how many hours in a week? We'll say 40-hour week. We'll go with 80 because it's 2 guys. Um, I mean, that's basically $3,200 an hour. That's fantastic money. And the last time I said that, was stitched and memed by people that think that I am lying for street cred. Did you? I don't know what else to say. Do you see where I live? Do you see the lifestyle I live? It's fabulous. There's a lot of hard work and effort that's gone into making this place a reality. But anybody can do it. Um, and so there's no way in hell that you can make that type of money on social media as a plumber. Like, and if you claim that you can, then show me the receipts. Show them to me, because I don't believe you. The last time, and I'm not throwing shade, but these are the facts. The last time I had a conversation about this was with Evan, with Replum, and I haven't seen his stuff in a long time. Maybe he blocked me. I'll look. I'll look today. See, this is what this medium is for. Let's find out if Replum has blocked me. Oh no, he's still there. So he has not blocked me yet. He has in the past. Anyway, he was like, dude, I bought my mom a house and I'm paying my rent or whatever the case may be. This is great for me. I'm like, that's good for you, but I pay more in taxes than you make in on your social media. He's like, I make 6 figures. I'm like, I pay 6 figures in taxes, and I'm incredibly diligent on my taxes. So if there's anything that I'm super stressed about and super focused on, it's my taxes. So if I the mantra, the alliteration is this: focus on forging, not forging, forging like with the anvil and hammer, your future. Focus on forging, forging your future. If you do that, I promise you, promise you that you will kill it. The numbers are undeniable. I'll say it again, there's 17,000 journeyman plumbers is how I interpret the data. Certified. They say certified. So I'm assuming it won't. I've tried to dig into it farther, but it won't let me go any deeper on what certified means. So I'm interpreting that as journeyman plumbers, which is nothing. Now, if you can Google, because a couple of guys have sent me some retorts on YouTube that have said, dude, there's 1 million people working in the trades. I'm like, yes, you're right. And that is a massively broad sector. It's from plumbers to mechanics to cooks, hairstylists. Like, those are all considered trades. Like, go to your local junior college and type in uh, uh, adult education or the trades, and it is a massive, massive, massive list of things you can do. Bricklayers, like, it's everything. And those are people that are employed in it. And I have not been able to dissect the numbers enough to find out, is that people that are actually those trades people, or are they include the secretary? Like, when I walk into the wholesaler, that wholesaler employs anywhere from 75 to 200 people, depending on your wholesaler. And how many of those people are actual certified tradespeople? That doesn't mean they don't have certificates. That doesn't mean they don't have, that what they're doing isn't of, like, I'm not trying to diss these people. I'm not. I'm just trying to focus in on the numbers and what they mean. And it's my interpretation of what their interpretation is. Stats Canada is that there's 1 million people working in it, but there's only 16,000 certified journeyman plumbers, which is ridiculous. So my point is, when you walk into the wholesaler, all those people are included in that 1 million people. Of those people that work in there, I might be wrong, but in my particular case, I don't know any of them that are actually active, certified plumbers that are pursuing their career. Lots of them were in it and have been removed, pulled themselves out of it, but they're still counted in that 16,000. Because if I stopped working tomorrow, I'm still a journeyman plumber. So it goes back to the same thing. Let me just sort of finish where I began. I am not on here to make people look bad. I'm not. I'm here to relate my experience, which I think is extensive, which I think I have done a lot of things right. I think that I can speak on behalf of what it means to be a tradesman, a businessman, what it feels like to deal with the government, what it feels like to deal with the wholesalers, what it feels like to deal with your fellow tradesmen out there, and sort of the innate feeling of competition that's out there. So I do want to make it very clear. I'll say it again. I am not here to make people look bad. I'm here to have a conversation about differing ideas. And I think from the comments that I've got on both Instagram and YouTube, that's starting to germinate. Like, I'm not, if you send me a comment that is a bit fire, I promise you, I am not going to be like, you suck. I mean, unless it's profanity laced, you suck and block you. I will not block you. I haven't blocked anybody. The only people that I have blocked on my accounts are the robots that send me, we all get those "what are you doing tonight" type of robots and texts. But you are more than welcome to disagree with me. In fact, I encourage it, because I'm certainly a firm believer in what I believe. Is that a nice way of saying that I'm belligerent and opinionated? Maybe. But that doesn't, like, it's not a closed canon. I'm happy to to open the books. I'm not sola scriptura. Do you know what that means? You should look that up. That's what many of the Protestant faiths believe, that there's the canon is closed. That there's no more adding to or taking away, and that is not how this particular space, the banter with Baker. I took out the barn because it doesn't look like a barn anymore. It did at the beginning, but I am in the barn. Um, this is an open space. This is a open canon where we can have a discussion. And I said it in my previous one. This is a safe space where we can have a discussion about meaningful things that we disagree upon. And I hope that once we have a disagreement or talk about our disagreement, we can see how closely related and aligned we are in that disagreement, and that we can both of us walk away a little more educated of what's actually happening in this world. All right, that's 12 minutes. I am impressed. My last one was 10, and most people made it. It looks like it made it to about 6 minutes. It's the average length. So, um, anyway, I do have some. We will be doing some interviews this weekend, because that's what's more convenient for most people's schedules, which is perfect. I will have an interview at 2:00 in the morning if that's what you want to do. I am interested in what you have to say. I'm interested in your opinions. I'm interested in your experience. This is just as much a learning experience for me as I hope it is for you. That's the point, is to come away from this thing edified and refreshed. And, I am intentionally using religious language because we are building a religion, right? I can't use that song anymore because every time I use it, it tells me that I've violated copyright laws. So we are building a religion, and we are building it bigger, and we are broadening the highways and opening the lanes. Those are my thoughts and not yours. I look forward to your comments. I look forward to where this little endeavor leads us all. And by all means, if there's something you think I get wrong, or something that you want to, have a discussion about or a conversation about, then hit me up, and let's
We can't do it. It can't be done.
let's shake this place. Let's shake the foundations. And if you this isn't reserved specifically for tradespeople. Like, if there's a million people in the trade, let's talk to the cooks, and to the hairstylists, and to the people that work in the um, warehouses and in the wholesalers, and find out their opinion of what's happening in the trade. I'm absolutely going to do that. I did that in sort of season 2 of Barn Banter, and I'm going to continue doing what I like to do, and where I think this is going to go. And anyway, as usual, those are my thoughts, not yours. Peace out.